I noticed that every guy that I've ever been with, I never uh, laid my eyes on them and said, oh, I want them. Every guy that I've ever been with laid their eyes on me. Like my ex-boyfriend, I seen him every day but never paid him no mind. He laid his eyes on me, and that's how we got together. My ex before him, I seen him every day, never paid him no mind. He laid his eyes on me, and that's how we got together. My ex before that, I seen him every day. I thought he was fine as hell. Never laid my eyes on him, but he laid his eyes on me, and that's how we got together. But I have never laid my eyes, never. I have never laid my eyes on a man and say to myself, he's mine or he belongs to me. Now, I have lust over plenty of men, whereas though when I see him, I say, you know what? I'm going to have sex with him. Now, I see that all the time. And when I see a guy and I'm lusting over him, I know I can get him. So I've noticed that when you get into a relationship and you see that person and the first thing that you want to do is have sex with them, it's a difference between laying your eyes on someone and knowing that person is yours. And it's a difference between laying your eyes on them and saying, you know, I want to have sex with them. Because even if y'all was to deal with each other after you have sex over lust, most likely it's going not to last because y'all got together over the wrong reasons. Because eventually that lust is going to wear out. And next thing you know, you're going to be looking for something more relevant, more important. So I notice now a lot of people, when they get into these relationships, they get into these relationships out of lust. Because I love every guy that I have ever lust for. Once I notice that I'm lusting over them, it's either, okay, I got two choices. I'm going to have sex with that person or I'm not. And if we get together, I got to be aware that we only got together because of lustful reasons. So now that I'm with this person because I got with them out of lust first, now I got to see, can they handle everything the other way? And most likely it's either they're not, or most likely I'm going to lose that lustful feeling and they're going to be the one that is in love. So I now understand now at 42 what it is like to really find your perfect mate. And it's not all about sex, but attractiveness plays a very important role. Because now I know that if I ever see that man, if I ever see him and I'm like, he's mine, I know that it's something in me that is gravitating towards him, that is fulfilling me in a lustful way, that is filling me in a spiritual way, that is filling me in a physical way. And it's something about my spirit that is saying to me, he is yours. And what I'm going to do is, me being the woman that I am, I'm going to run for it and I'm going to go after it. Now, if he don't see the same thing I see, I'm not going to force myself on him, but I'm going to let him see who I am and let him be the judge. And if I get rejected, I just get rejected. But one thing that I've learned throughout my years is that when you get with a person for all the wrong reasons, then you got to now figure out, is this person really made for you when y'all got together out of all the wrong reasons? And one thing that I did learn, one thing that I do know about myself, if I'm not sexually attracted to you, I can't be with you, because I am a high sexual being. I love to have sex. And if I'm not sexually attracted to you, whether we are spiritually connected. See, one thing about spirituality and sex, the fact that we are human beings, the way we show our love to each other is through sex. This is why having sex with a bunch of people is not good. Because the fact that we are living in a human body, the way that we exchange our energy, our spiritual energy, is through sex. But if we didn't have this energy, this human body, we didn't have to express ourselves through sex. You understand what I'm saying? So if I'm feeling lust over you, that means I'm just physically attracted to you. But if that's all I feel is sex, then I know it's nothing there but sex. So I have two choices. Either I'm going to deal with you and it's going to be based off sex. Or when I deal with you and we finally do have sex, now I got to think about what it is that you can provide for me or I can provide for you. And most likely it's not going to work because it's only based on sex. So the next relationship that I be in, I'm not going to just base it off of lust. I'm not going to just base it off of sex. But I am going to look at him and see, is this a person that I want to lay next to every night? Is this a person that I want to get up next to every day? If this is a person that I want to lay in their arms, if this is a person that I want inside of me, is this a person that I want their energy exchanging from mine? And the fact that we are human beings, we got to be very much aware of who we are. The way that we are as humans, being a human is taken away from who you really are. So you got to take the energy and exchange it in a human way. So the next man that I deal with in my life, the next man that I'm going to lay eyes with in my life, I'm going to make sure that he feeds me sexually. He feeds me spiritually. He feeds me emotionally. He feeds me mentally. He feeds me psychologically. He feeds me. Because if I got a man that is feeding me, I don't need to go nowhere else. You understand what I'm saying? But if you're dealing with someone that is temporarily feeding things that can easily go away, then eventually you're going to find yourself going outside of that relationship to get fed. And next thing you know, the person that you were with is going to feel like it's something that they're doing. And it's not really nothing that they are doing. It's just that you dealt with them on all the wrong reasons. And this is why you have a lot of relationships where you got one that's more in love with the other. And you got one that is going outside of the relationship. This is why these relationships. And now I'm beginning to see why all of my relationships has never lasted. Because I have dealt with God that has always laid eyes on me. I've never been with a man where though I laid my eyes on them and been like, he's the one. Never. Never in my life have I been with a dude and I say he's the one. Never. Every guy that I've ever dealt with in my life, they always saw me first. And I see them. Now, I have seen guys where I'm like, yeah, I'm going to fuck him. I see that all the time. Now I got to choose. You going to give it up to him or you not? But the majority of the times, the men that I lust over, no. I don't sleep with them. I like to have them in my imagination. And some of them I have. And when I deal with them, it never lasts. Why? Because I only got with them because of lustful reasons.